Hey, good afternoon. It's Brian Stevens with eXp Realty. What is the market doing in Lakeland, Florida with Lakeland Association Realtors? If you're looking for some factual information like numbers, hard numbers, you're going to really enjoy this video. The numbers don't lie. You've heard of that saying before. And here what I want to do is keep you abreast of what's going on in Lakeland Association Realtors 2025. What does the market look like through end of May 2025? And I'm going to hit a few highlights to give you an idea if you're looking to buy or sell. Really, numbers are fantastic and the data is great. So let's take a look. So this, what you're looking at currently is, and I'm going to run my mouse over the areas to give you some ideas. So this is through Lakeland Association of Realtors. This is 1 month sale. This is May of 2025. Okay, so right now the recording in this video is the first week of July. They're usually about 4 to 6 weeks behind at putting out the data. So this is through the end of May. Here's what I want to show you. For example, the average price range in Lakeland, Florida is about $350. So if you went to between $3 and $350, you're going to see this price range right here. And it's going to show you everywhere between $3 and $350. So if you look, 86 sold units, 24% market share. As you can see, it's about a quarter of the sales come between this price range. The average list price is $330. The average sale price is $325. I'm ballparking numbers for about a 98% list to sell. That means when you're making offers in this $3 to $350 price range, they're going to sell, statistically speaking, about 98% of their list price. So 2% wiggle room if you're thinking about making an offer. Look at this up here. This is average DOM is days on the market. So back to $3 to $350, about 71 days on the market. So a little over 2 months. And there is 234 homes or properties. That's all townhomes, condos, single family homes, everything combined in that price range currently. So if you look at the market total, this was what sold for May, 363 total units, 100% market share. The average list price was $381. Now, of course, there's a big one here, 1.7. The average sale price, $372, about 98% of list to sell, which is pretty strong. 75 days in the market, 2.5 months. We all want it to be quicker. If you're selling, if you're looking to buy, this is good news for you. And about 1,371 properties total in the market. So this was just for May. Even more importantly, let's look at what does year-to-date look like. I think you're going to like this and even better. So let's take this same price range, $3 to $350. And I'm going to see if I can highlight this correctly. I was doing this earlier, but I'm a little new with this program. So thank you for your grace. So here we go. 3 to 350. This is multiple listing year-to-date 2025. And again, this is as of the end of May. Okay? 3 to 350. Sold units 361. The market share was about 21% market share. Average list price, $331. Average sale price, $324. 98% of list to sell. Average days in the market, 83 days. Nearly 3 months for the year. Now that's a little bit above what we're normally used to, but this market is a different type of market, right? We know we've been faced with interest rates, haven't budged much. They've stayed between, call it 6 3/4 to 7% the whole year. They've gone a little bit, they've been up and down, up and down, up and down. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of interest rate relief, they're saying, toward the last part of the year, maybe in the fall. But nobody knows, right? And here's what I would say about interest rates. Know this. Rates are definitely at a higher rate than we've seen in many years. But if you guys have been around for any long period of time, I'm not sure how old you are watching this video, 6 3/4 to 7% is still a fine interest rate. The hard thing is that the affordability is a little tough right now because the prices have not really gone down, right? You're probably seeing that in your market. That's what we're seeing here. Now, the homes that are overpriced to begin with, yeah, they're reducing because they went on the market and they were overpriced to begin with. They were pie in the sky. Let's inflate it $40,000, see if we can get it. Let's put it out there and see if somebody will bite. That's not the way to price your property in today's market. You will sit on the market. Days on the market will go up. People will wonder, what's wrong with my house? What's wrong with that house when you're looking to buy it? Overpriced it. You can't do that in today's market. If you do, you will be on the market for a long time and you're going to sell it eventually, but you're going to have to chase the market down, which is never a good thing. So it's a different kind of market right now. And we're going to see probably more of the same market the rest of this year. Again, rates may get better, but there's no indications, as I'm going to show you in a minute, of pricing going down. Now, again, this is our specific market we're talking about here in Central Florida. I'm in Lakeland, right between Tampa and Orlando. We're Central Florida. We're Lakeland, Winter Haven, Bartow, Mulberry, Auburndale, all in this area, Lake Wales, Haines City. But this specifically is through Lakeland Association Realtors. So let's go back to our report. 98% list to sell, average days in the market, and about 234 homes in that price range currently on the market. Okay, let's go down a little bit more. I want to show you this. I was talking to a client earlier today about a little bit of a higher end price range, and he was a little bit more over here in the to 9 to 950. If I can figure out how to do this here, there we go. 900 to $1 million. 9 units have sold total. So a little bit more than one a month. That's 0.5% of the market share. Average list price, average sale price. Now look at this. That's about a 95% list to sell percentage. A lot more wiggle room in that price range from what sold currently to date 2025. For a 78 days on the market, 14 homes still in inventory. So this is creeping up to, a little bit above 2.5 months worth of time on the market, taking a little bit longer. I'm honestly surprised a little bit at some of this data that you've got 83 days in the market. Look at the 400 to 500, a little over 3 months, 97 days. That looks to be one of the higher ones. So if you've got a home in this price range, you're sitting on the market for a little bit longer than 3 months. Now that's an average. So take the one that disappears and sells in 10 days. Take the one that's been on the market for 140 days. This is an average. And you can see that's still a pretty good 98% list to sell price range. What does that tell you? That tells you that the market is still pretty good as far as what people are getting according to list price to what they're selling for. So this kind of gives you an idea of 1,720 sold units so far for this particular market here in Lakeland. Total, that's 100% of the homes here. U.S. price $361. The average sales price about $350. 97% list to sell price with an average days in the market of 74. 1,371 homes, properties total on the market. You're probably looking in your price range where you're thinking about buying or selling. That's what I want you to do to get an idea of what the market's looking like. But look at this on the average. The average list to sell all the way down here is about 97%. Here's what I would say. If you're looking to purchase a home, if you're a home buyer in this market, keep this in mind. Find a property that you really like. Understand that if and when, I say if and then when, rates do go down, because there's a high belief that they will at some point, hopefully in the next 6 to 12 months, you can always refinance. You can, if rates get in the lower 6s, high 5s, man, who knows? It'd be great. Just refinance. But as far as purchasing power, you're going to see that right now the pricing is still inching up 3 to 4% in general. And that's a long-term part of real estate. I see, call it young families, not just young families, but a little bit everybody who comes into the market, they jump in, they think they can turn around and sell their home in a year or two and make all this money. That's not the case. That's not going to happen unless you bought it way under market value, which you haven't probably done that a lot in the last, call it 2 to 3 years. If you did, then you can maybe make a few bucks. But if you bought the property at market value, by the time you go to sell, you pay your closing costs, your title insurance, your doc stamps and the deed, your real estate commission, any other closing costs you've got, you're not going to make a bunch of money. In fact, sometimes I've got a couple this week that is selling within 8 months of purchasing. They're taking a bath. They're having to bring several $1,000s to closing just to get out of the house, but they're willing to do that. You don't wait and buy real estate. You buy real estate and you wait. You buy a home, you buy a property, you sit on it. Real estate is a long-term investment for owner-occupied properties. That's the mindset you have to have in this market. So every market is a little bit different. I'm speaking for the Lakeland market, and it's a little bit of a soft market, meaning buyers can still get, depending on the seller's situation, a little bit more closing costs paid, a little bit more flexibility with some terms. We're definitely seeing that. You can see market statistically here, it's still pretty tight what sellers are getting. It depends on the seller's needs, their time frame. They're trying to get out of state. There's been a death, a divorce, whatever that situation is. Every seller is going to vary a little bit in their circumstances. But this gives you hard data, hard facts at what the market looks like. So one more information sheet I want to show you. This is inventory from 2021 when things kind of went crazy. Here's what I want to show you this. Look at this. January of 2021. Let me see if I can get this little dude to work here. Let's try it again. Okay, I'm not going to hit it, but I think you'll get the idea. There is a way to do this, and I'm just not hitting it right. Hey, we're live. So end of January 2022, look at the month supply. Less than 1 month supply, 0.82. That's number of homes that were available to purchase versus what sold. Not much at all. That was when things were going crazy on offers. Multiple offers, waiving inspection period. Let's look at the bottom here. End of May. Average sale price, average list price, your months of inventory, 3.77. So almost 3 to 4 months worth of inventory, which is a little bit higher, but still not super high. Now, look up here. Go back just 2 years ago, there was 1.79. So not even 2 months worth of inventory. So we are about double from where we were 2 years ago, but still that's not a ton of homes. So know that inventory is out there, but it's still a little bit on the slim side. So this is the market we're in. It's a little bit of interest rate driven. It's price driven. It's what's still on the market. It's not much to choose from, but the ones that are there that are overpriced, you can get a little bit of a deal. So I hope this has helped you a little bit with kind of what the market is doing here in Lakeland. Would love to connect with you, answer any kind of questions you've got, do a market analysis for you free on your home, have a conversation with you. Are you looking to purchase in this market? Are you looking to sell? Come up with all your questions, and man, let's sit down and have a meeting. Let's talk about specific things that you need to do in order to accomplish your purchasing goal or your selling goal. We've got strategies that are time tested over the past 20 plus years that will really help you. And I would love to connect with you. We have a great team here. We've been doing this, a combined experience, over 60 years here in the Polk County area. And myself, my business partner, Russ, and we've got a great team. Would love to connect with you. I hope this video has helped you. All my contact information is below. Reach out. Let's have a phone conversation. Email me, text me. Let's connect. Whether selling or buying, you got to call Brian. Have a good day.